Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. Today we are covering the Electric Mobility Promotion Scheme 2024 for the year 2024. It has been launched, and why we are covering it? Because see, recently on 13th of March this particular scheme was in news because the Ministry of Heavy Industries, they announced this particular scheme along with the collaboration of Department of Expenditure and Ministry of Finance. Okay, and on 21st of this month only of March, even the guidelines were also published, right? So we are going to understand about it. Okay, I can already see students joining. Pratul, good morning. Utkarsh, good morning. Fani, good morning. All right, so before starting, here's an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies. We have come up with the one-stop solution to all the queries that you must be having regarding the organizations RBI, NABARD and SEBI. So initially what we have done, we have added the things about the organization, like what is this organization all about, and what is the hierarchical structure, and what are the different departments, what will be your role once you join the organization at a certain designation. After that, all about the recruitment process. So how many phases are there, what is the pattern of each phase, and what is the syllabus, previous year cutoffs, what is the eligibility criteria, everything has been mentioned so that you have clarity that are you eligible or not. And at the end we have given some steps that you can follow if you're going for self preparation. That will definitely help you to boost up with the preparation. So do not miss the opportunity. You can download these e-guidebooks which are free of cost from the link that is provided in the description box below. Good morning Lucifer, good morning Nidhi. Alright, so now let's talk about this scheme. ठीक है, आपकी इलेक्ट्रिकल मोबिलिटी प्रमोशन स्कीम है for the year 2024. Simply see, we know that what we are doing, we are promoting the electrical vehicles. We know its importance, right? Electrical vehicles, they are not dependent on the fossil fuels, right? They run on the renewable source of energy, so these are for the long run. Apart from that, they do not produce as much as pollutants which these the conventional vehicles they produce, right? So definitely government, they are promoting more of the electrical vehicles rather than the normal ones, right? So for that purpose the particular scheme has been introduced. In this, what will be done basically, so that more and more people will buy the two wheelers. E2W means what? E means electrical, 2 means, and W means wheelers. So two wheelers and three wheelers, electric two wheelers and three wheelers, so that more and more people they can adopt, they can buy. The particular scheme has been launched, in which what will be done, some incentive will be provided to the original equipment manufacturer. What will be done basically, as a buyer, means I am a normal like citizen of India, right? I want to buy a, for example, two wheeler scooty for myself, right? So if I buy electrical vehicles under those, if I'll buy electrical vehicles under the registered dealers, means dealers they would have to, and this original electronic equipment manufacturer, means which will be the actually the industries that will be building up or making up these vehicles, they would have to register themselves under the Ministry of Heavy Industries. Okay, they would do the registration. So what I will do as a buyer, I will search that okay, in my nearby areas, that which are the dealers who come under the particular scheme, under this particular scheme for the year 2024. Okay, then I will see, and then I will go to that particular dealer. I would say that okay, I want to be part of this particular scheme, and under the scheme I want to buy the electrical vehicle. Okay, I am just giving a random example. For example, if the cost of that particular vehicle is 50,000, this is a random number that I am giving. Okay, if for example, if 50,000 is there, I will be given that particular vehicle at, for example, maybe at 40,000. Again, this is a random example I am giving. Just all in all, you just should have an idea that I will get the particular vehicle, two wheeler or maybe three vehicle, at a reduced rate. So this is the subsidized rate in which I am getting, right? There must have been some manufacturing cost, right? And dealer must also have some profit, right? So dealer, what will do, it will register, it will just it will first make me fill a form in which I will have written that okay, my Aadhaar card is this and that, and I bought this particular vehicle. Okay, then that particular dealer, what it will do, it will just upload all the details in the Ministry of Heavy Industries website. Okay, and then based on this, that okay, that the dealer or that original electronic manufacturer have sold a particular electric vehicle, on that basis whatever be the difference is, this rupees 10,000 now, that will be by the government, will be paid to the these original electronic manufacturers. ठीक है, अब ये फिर डीलर को पैसा देंगे, ठीक है. ऑल इन ऑल व्हाट इज डन, आई विल गेट द मनी एट अ सब्सिडाइज्ड रेट एंड द गवर्नमेंट इज गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड दैट पर्टिकुलर the amount that has been reduced for the buyer to the company. ठीक है, simple ये है. Similar thing happens in fertilizers. Farmer they get at very reduced rate, and whatever be that difference it is there, the subsidized difference it is there, government of India they pay it to the fertilizer industry. Same thing is happening here. ठीक है, so here what will happen, the original manufacturing electronic जो equipment manufacturer है, they would not have lost. They would know that okay, I am going to get money from the government, and as a buyer I might not think twice before buying a vehicle because I am getting that at a subsidized rate. So simple सी ये चीज चल रही है, ठीक है. And why is it done? Why government is providing with the subsidies or incentives? Because government they have their own targets to reach, right? They want to go for the green mobility, and development of electrical vehicle manufacturing ecosystem in country has to be done, right? Because see, maybe a particular company which would not be set up for the electrical vehicles if they don't see a market. ठीक है, इंडस्ट्री तभी तो बनेगी ना जब मार्केट होगी. इफ देर इज नो मार्केट, इंडस्ट्रीज वुड नॉट बी सेटअप, राइट? सो हियर व्हाट विल बी डन, इवन these manufacturing unit would have that assurity that okay, maybe because the incentives are provided, people will buy. ठीक है, तो government is also trying to have that manufacturing ecosystem in the country. ठीक है, and under this only, under the manufacturing ecosystem building only, phased manufacturing program has been adopted by the government, in which they are encouraging that more and more domestic manufacturing happens, so that particular market is established, and maybe in future we might sell in the foreign land also. ठीक है, सिंपल सा. लॉन्च ईयर क्या है? दिस ईयर अभी ही आई है ये. ऑन 13th of March it was announced, and on 21st of March the guidelines were published. So year 2024 only, and it falls under the Ministry of Heavy Industries. ठीक है, now let's come what is the aim. So aim we have already understood that we have to accelerate the adoption of electrical vehicles. EVs means your electrical vehicles in the country. ठीक है, अब definitely a scheme has been launched, so there must be some outlay, some amount that is being kept aside, right? So that amount is 500 crore that has been kept aside. ठीक है, but it's for a very limited period, right? Because under this scheme we have to promote the selling, right? So we can't give it for the number of years, n number of years. That is why this 500 crore outlay that has been provided to accelerate the adoption of electrical vehicles, it's just for the 4 months time period. So it will start from this scheme will start from 1st of April 2024 till 31st of April 2024. Please keep in mind, only in this particular duration the manufacturing unit can avail the incentive, and as a buyer, the buyer can avail the subsidy. After that, for example, after 31st of July, any vehicle that will be there, as of now there will be no incentive that will be provided under it. ठीक है, अब eligibility criteria इसमें क्या है? Definitely the scheme is valid for which sort of vehicles? We know that it is for 2-wheelers and 3-wheelers. ठीक है, अब 3-wheelers में आपके ना अलग अलग like categories आ जाती है. ई रिक्शा आ जाता है, ई कार्ट आ जाता है. L5 is also one of the category of 3-wheelers. इतना सारा याद करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Simply 2-wheelers and 3-wheelers electric vehicles are eligible under the scheme by of those manufacturing unit who have registered themselves under the Ministry of Heavy Industries to be part of this particular scheme. Another thing that we have to keep in mind, देखो 2-wheelers can be availed by any person. Like if it is for private use, if it is for commercial use, 2-wheelers can be bought by anybody, right? But for 3-wheelers, only for the transportation or commercial purpose, the incentive or the subsidy will be given, not otherwise, not for the private use. ठीक है, so it has been mentioned. So under this official guideline, it says देखो कि mainly those who have registered for commercial purpose, means those who require these electric vehicles for commercial purpose, those will be given preference. But the privately owned are also eligible under the scheme, but just for the 2-wheelers. What does it mean? देखो mainly, for example, if it all about priorities. If there is a lot of demand, then in that case priority is for 2 electrical vehicles, and the electrical three-wheelers will be given to the commercial purpose. But right, if there are enough manufacturing that is there, okay, so in that case privately owned can also opt for this particular scheme, but only for the two-wheelers, not for the three-wheelers. ठीक है, so that was about the eligibility criteria. अब जो ये जो 5,000 rupees 500 crore जो has been like has been kept aside for the scheme na, so of that 493.55 will be provided as incentive, okay, and the rest 6.45 crore of this 500 crore of the total outlay, it will include with the administration purpose. So administration purpose में क्या आता है? For example, okay, government has come up with a scheme, but if the buyers are not aware that such scheme exists, they would not go to buy an electrical vehicle, right? That is why for that purpose also, for the information and education, like spreading about this particular scheme, for that also the money is required, right? Project management agency who would take care of the scheme, they would also require a salary, right? So for that particular purpose 6.45 crore of that total 500 crore will be utilized. ठीक है, rest apart features अब कितना incentive मिलेगा? See, the guidelines have been launched on 21st of March, okay, but in the guideline it has been written proposed to extend demand, okay. So from 1st of April this particular scheme will be published. ठीक है, आज कितनी है? Today is 27th of March, okay. So from 27th of March till 31st of March, if any different incentive is provided, that will has been changed, that will be mentioned in your news. ठीक है, but as of now the 21st March की जो official guideline है, they have said that it has been proposed that how much demand incentive का मतलब क्या हुआ? Those manufacturing unit will only get the money if it has been demanded by a buyer. For example, if a particular manufacturing unit has made like 10 vehicles, 2 vehicles अगर मानो करिए, ठीक है, but there was a buyer, only one buyer was there and he bought only one vehicle, right? So the incentive to the manufacturing unit or the dealer will be provided only on this one vehicle only, not on the other one. So this particular scheme is demand driven, ठीक है, only to those vehicles of which demand it is in the market, only those will be like considered, only those will be given the incentive. अब कितना मिलेगा? Government says कितना demand incentive होगा? 5,000 per kilowatt per hour of the battery capacity, means आपकी जितनी battery capacity है, ठीक है, उसका 5,000 पर किलोवाट पर आवर के हिसाब से मिलेगा. ठीक है, अब इसमें कैप भी है, डेफिनेटली वी नो देयर विल बी कैप ऑफ एवरीथिंग, राइट? सो कैपिंग कितना इंसेंटिव का कितना कैप बोला है? सी देयर इज एन एनेक्चर 4, ओके, इफ यू लुक एट द ऑफिशियल गाइडलाइन देयर इज एनेक्चर 4 वेयर देयर इज लाइक सिंपली देयर इज जस्ट डिक्लेरेशन फ्रॉम दैट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट दैट वी आर गोइंग टू चार्ज दिस, वी वांट दिस मच ऑफ इंसेंटिव. ठीक है, सो इफ दैट or the 15% of the that factory price, whichever is lower, means whatever be the declaration that is done by the unit, either that or the 15% of the factory price, whichever will be lower, that is the cap. ठीक है, वैसे तो 5,000 per kilowatt hour के हिसाब से of the battery capacity incentive will be given, but there has to be a cap. So cap is what? Either the declaration that will be done by the unit that okay, we want only this much of the we want this much of the incentive on this particular vehicle, either that or the 15% of that factory price, उन दोनों में से whichever will be the lower, ठीक है, that will be taken like that will be provided to the manufacturing unit. ठीक है, अब demand incentive for the buyers, ठीक है, upfront reduced price, this we have already understood. As a buyer I will just get the reduced price, right? I don't want I won't be just engaged with other paperwork, I will get at the reduced price. ठीक है, why is it done? So that wider adoption happen, because if the buyer there will be a lot of hassle in these things, buyer might not want to buy it. ठीक है, and at the end one more important concept is there, जो individual beneficiaries है, they cannot purchase more than one electrical vehicle in a particular category. What does it mean? For example, I wanted 2 electrical vehicles under this incentive, I will not get, I will get only one electrical vehicle per category. Per category, what does it mean? That I can buy one two-wheeler, one three-wheeler. I do not have any restriction under that. But I cannot buy two electrical vehicles, two two-wheelers or two three-wheelers. Okay, I hope you get the clarity that in a particular category, be it your two-wheeler, be it your three-wheeler, okay, in that I cannot buy more than one. But I can buy more than one category, means I can buy one two-wheeler as well as three-wheeler also. In that case, I do not have any restriction. Okay, and at the end, what will be done? How the incentive will be given? As I've already told you, it is demand incentive, right? From the dealer, what will be done? From the dealer, देखो जो ये आपके ओरिजिनल इक्विपमेंट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है, फर्स्ट दे हैव टू रजिस्टर देमसेल्फ टू द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ द हेवी इंडस्ट्रीज. ठीक है, एंड देयर दे वुड हैव टू डिक्लेयर दैट ओके वी हैव मिनिमम ऑफ 25 डीलर्स एंड सच repairing centers. All these, there are certain criteria that they would have to show, only then they will be eligible under the scheme. ठीक है, then what the dealer will be done? So dealer also have to do some paperwork, means they would have to dealer only are the ones, right, from where buyers they buy. ठीक है, so when the buyer will buy, at that time he would do some of the documentation, taking your PAN card, Aadhaar card, etc. Then he would also make you sign one or two forms which are under the scheme only. ठीक है, so that those forms they can be uploaded by the dealer in the ministry's website. ठीक है, then because that will be the proof that dealer has actually sold those vehicles. ठीक है, and within 90 days, if they want to get the reimbursement, within 90 days they have to upload the forms in the ministry's website. ठीक है, and also like there is a limit that in a month they can just upload only once. ठीक है, ऐसे कुछ है, कुछ limits भी हैं. So within 90 days they have to apply for the reimbursement, and then they are going to get that. Simply is that. ठीक है, and under the scheme, not only the incentives are there, it's just not the aim is to just provide you with the product or just to expand or wider adoption of the electrical vehicles, but they should be of good there is some warranties also, right? So for two wheelers and your three wheelers, आपकी 3 years की warranty है, or depending on how much kilometer you have run that particular vehicle, right? So on that you have warranty. So warranty में क्या होता है? Freely there can be if there any problem occur, that can be checked. ठीक है, अब under the scheme what is happening? Original manufacturing equipment manufacturer, they are registering themselves under the Ministry of Heavy Industries, right? But you have to keep in mind that if government is also giving incentive, definitely they would want to provide incentive on good products, because it will be of no use. Even the buyer would never in future buy electrical vehicle if the ones he has purchased, it turned out to be in bad condition within few years, right? So the person would also never with that experience, he would not buy electrical vehicles, right? So when the these original equipment manufacturers, when they will register themselves, first of all testing will be done. So there are some testing agencies who would test the vehicles that they are providing. ठीक है, so टेस्ट करेंगे, उसके बाद ही they would get the approval. अब वैसे तो as of now never in examination testing agencies have been asked, right? But as such never even the testing agencies are mentioned in official guidelines. ठीक है, so I would recommend you to read this particular slide just as a news, not as something that is very important to official guideline and that you have to memorize. Just read what are the testing agencies are there. For example, Automotive Research Association of India at Pune, Maharashtra, it will be one of the testing agency which will check if the product is good or not. International Center for Automotive Technology at Manesar, Haryana, Global Automotive Research Center at Oragdam near Chennai, and then National Automotive Test Track at Pithampur near Indore. Right, these are 4 test agencies. Please don't memorize like by heart, just read it once or twice, right? In case if it is present in examination. As of now such questions have not been asked, right? But again, as of now not the agencies are mentioned like every time, right? So that is why we have just read it. ठीक है, so that was all about the scheme. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे एक और एक चीज़ है highlight करने वाली. These are the target numbers. ठीक है, so government definitely when if they have come up for the very short period, okay, just for the 4 months, so definitely they must be having some aim. ठीक है, so aim कितना है, कितना target कितना support करने का है? Around your 3,72,000 22,215 electrical vehicles. Government that they aim that they are going to target these many vehicles, they are going to provide incentives of these on these many vehicles. ठीक है. Then they have given separate category की 2 e-wheelers में और 3 आपके जो electrical 3 wheelers है उसमें कितना देंगे. ठीक है. तो just like the targets that are there for 4-month time period. So that is all. So here's a question for you. Try to attempt it, and these are the toppers of the last session. See, the answer was 1 and 2, but some of you have given some other option. Okay, so please check them. And if it will be any query afterwards, for example, जैसे अब्दुल्ला ने कोई गलत कुछ अलग आंसर दिया है, राइट? सो प्लीज लुक फॉर इट. इफ देयर विल बी एनी confusion, please let me know. Okay, so that is all in this particular video. And okay, I'll just look for the questions. Hello Deepak. Anag, ma'am, is this a daily initiative? Can anybody? Yes, as Lucifer has said, Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Okay. All right. So that is all. If you have any doubt, any query, please ask me. I'll just reply today to all the questions, queries that are there in the comment section. Okay. And if you want me to cover any scheme, do let me know. I think one of you have asked me to make a scheme on Lakpati Didi. See, Lakpati Didi is not that much elaborative scheme which requires a whole session. It is more like a news, general awareness, or ESI in news. It is not a hardcore government scheme, and that is why I have not made a session on that. Okay. I hope your doubt is clear. And if you want me to cover any scheme, do let me know. Until then,